This idea, Krishnamurti. You ever heard of Krishnamurti?
No. What is
J.
that?
Krishnamurti. He's this philosopher, the Indian philosopher, who was like this kid who was discovered by the Theosophists, and the Theosophists were this strange spiritual group. And I don't know a lot about them, but Madame Blavatsky was the woman's name. But they spotted this Indian kid at the beach, and one of them was like, his aura is amazing or something. And they sort of took this kid in and groomed this child. And he eventually became this brilliant philosopher. And as part of his like evolution, turned his back on theosophy and said, it's more, he got really into the idea of being in the moment. And I actually, on one of my podcasts, I put an awesome sound clip of him talking about how the past, you carry the past with you. The past is in you right now. It doesn't exist. There's no past. There's just your encoded memories of things that have happened. And the future is something you create through everything that you do. But there's no future either. It's like you're this packet, like a DNA packet. The way their DNA sort of spawns a specific type of cell. What you do with what you carry around with you in every single moment spawns your reality around you, which is why people who, you always will run into people like, I don't know why this always happens to me. I always get dumped. I just don't understand it. I always get dumped, or I always end up in this predicament or that predicament. Well, the reason is you're like a caterpillar or a silkworm, and you're spinning your reality with every action that you do, because that's all there is just this, this moment. So you end up with a shit boss, and you've ended up there just because you've been deluded by by your perception of time. That's the fucking trick, because people listening to this have a shit boss, shit wife, shit girlfriend, shit husband, shit whatever. You know what I mean? And in this awesome sound clip, J. Krishnamurti says, the only thing that you can do is right now at this moment, make a radical psychological change in your apprehension of the universe at this moment. With the shit boss, with whatever. It takes this radical, you have to break free of everything you've been taught. Because we've all been taught to think that there's a future, and we've all been taught to think there's a past.
There's also an issue that people have that this narrative's been sort of spelled out for us by our parents, and then as we get old enough, when we get into our 20s or into our 30s, we really understand it. We're like, oh my God, they were just clueless folks just like we are.
Yes.
The idea that anybody had a handle on how to do this right. And then you just look at the fact that these people, your parents and my parents are from a generation where they got to our age before there was an internet. Right. They're literally, they're different human beings. It's a completely different style of human being.
That's right.
It's human being 1, we're human being 2. And there's human being 3 that are being born right now that will only know insane levels of technological proficiency from the time that they're aware, when they're 3 or 4, till they're dead, when it's insane.
That's right.
This is the strangest times of all, and no one knows how to run it